Hey y'all, I've got Josh on camera today. He is very, very excited to be here.
Absolutely.
Is that right? Anyway, so just for a little behind the scenes, I've tried to do this video 3 times and he keeps chiming in. And so I was like, you know what? Let's get the chair on over here.
And here I am.
We're going to have a little back and forth. So basically, what I wanted to talk about today was making your money work for you. He actually came up with that title. It's pretty awesome. And what brought this all about is we were talking about all of our friends who have taken a Goodyear buyout. So if you're not from this area, Goodyear, who's one of the largest employers, if not the largest employer in the area, they're downsizing, and basically half of the employees were bought out of their contracts. And so we personally know people who got it's almost like windfall money. I mean, we're talking
Substantial.
tens of thousands of dollars of money that just all of a sudden, you've got. I mean, this is, basically an annual salary or better. And, when you come into a big lump sum of money like that, and that has really only happened to us one time, and that was unfortunately when my dad passed away, and we got like a little tiny bit of life insurance money, and but we used that money to help kickstart our real estate investing career. And so I wanted to kind of bring that up because really you've got a couple of options when you come into money like that. You can you can blow it. I mean, really, and there's going to be some people out there that's what they do. I mean, let's be real about it. They're gonna buy stuff, spend crazy money, and a year from now, you're not gonna have anything to show for it. You're not gonna have a job. You're not gonna have anything in savings. Then there's gonna be certain people that are really super duper conservative, who are gonna stick it in a savings account, and you're gonna draw 1% interest, which is
Not good.
not great. No, definitely can make your money work better than that. Then there's gonna be some people who think, okay, I'm gonna pay off my bills. And back several years ago, our dog is now in the shop. Maybe he'll go lay down. Okay, he's gonna lay down. So back several years ago, I mean, I would have probably been an advocate for that. Hey, just pay off everything. You've got more monthly income, less bills. You're not paying the interest rates.
I'm not worried about making that payment.
So and I'm not like dissing anybody if you make that decision, because it's just going to depend on your personal situation. That may be the best thing for you. But there's also another option, which is invest the money. And you can invest basically in the stock market, or you can invest in real estate. I mean, those are the two. I mean, I don't really know what else you can invest in. I can't really. Those are the two main things you would invest in. I don't know anything about the stock market. Let me just say that right now. I'm by no stretch of the imagination am I a financial planner. I don't know anything about it. I do know that it's volatile. I do know historically that it has made money. But I also know a lot of people who've lost pretty much everything in the stock market. So real estate is one of those things that I like because it's tangible. You can touch it. You can improve the value of it. It's always there. So, if you're looking at your situation, you're like, hey man, I don't want a new car. Like, I need one. My vehicle's got 300,000 miles on it. If that's you, then before you go and pay cash, which sounds like the right thing to do, it really, really does. But before you go and pay cash for a new car or something, think about it like this. Let's say you took $30,000, and instead of going and spending that money and paying cash on a new vehicle, if you took that $30,000 and you went and bought a house, a rental house, and in Gadsden, it's very doable.
Absolutely.
We have several houses that we've got.
That.
Yeah. I mean, we bought a house for $11,000, y'all, and we've
No, it doesn't happen all the time.
No, but we really did. I mean, $11,000, and we've been renting it for $450 a month for I don't even know how long, years and years and years. And yeah, we've had to put money into it also, but that thing has more than paid for itself. So anyway, take that $30,000, go and find a nice little rental house. And the magic of that is that it's having that deed to a piece of real property. I mean, it's like playing Monopoly, but in the real world, it is just as good as having that money in the bank. And so then, let's say that $30,000, you're able to rent this house out for $500, $550. Tank. Sorry, y'all. He's back talking now. Anyway, say you're able to rent this house for $550, $600 a month. Then that's a car payment, okay? So now your rental house is making your car payment for you. And when your car's paid off in 4 or 5 years, you still have that money coming in, you still have the vehicle, and you still have the house. And as long as you have that house, that is just, you can take a deed to a bank, and as long as you don't just have like the worst credit in the world, you're gonna be able to get some kind of money. You're going to be able to get some kind of cash in exchange for that deed. And, you know, and always, to me, especially when we were first starting out, having a house paid for, it gives you this sense of security too. Like, regardless of what situation we're in, we're always going to have a place to go because we own a house. There's no bank, there's no mortgage. We own a piece of property that we could live in, you know. So anyway, that's my 2 cents about Goodyear.
Worst case scenario, if you had to have some emergency money, you have this house that you can take that note to the bank and borrow against, and still someone else is making the payment for you.
Yeah, I mean, so it's really, and I know people get so scared of real estate. They just get terrified of, you know, the what if. And I'll just go ahead and tell you, if you stay in the game long enough, if you really become an active investor, if you own a piece of property, you're gonna have some bumps in the road. This is absolutely, it's gonna happen to everybody. You know, if you need help, feel free to call us and we can kind of walk you through the whole, how do you screen tenants and what do you need to watch out for and all that. But the bottom line is that there's no other way that you could take $30,000 or $40,000 and get a $500 or $600 a month return and not have your principal investment in jeopardy of that going down in value. Because historically, you know, real estate has appreciated with the economy. So, you know, now if you buy in like some horrible area, you know, it's possible. But that's where people like us can help you, or another real estate agent. You don't have to use us. But anyway, you want to add anything?
That's all.
That's all. You did so good.
Thank you.
Look, we're gonna have him on more often. All right, guys. Y'all have a wonderful day. See ya. Bye.